What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today. Week 2 in minor league baseball is over. We got a recap. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Week 2 has been awesome in the minor leagues. Tons of highlights to show you. Got a few videos as well. Gonna go pretty quick. Last week I did 3 players from each level. This week I have more than that. So we're going to go through a ton of players. Going to be pretty quick here. Just going to recap every player as fast as I can. Again, it varies from level to level because there was just some players I did not want to leave out this week. Performing super well, and I just couldn't leave them out. So we're going to go pretty quick. Again, I do have some video. I do apologize. It's off Twitter, as always. Quality's terrible. Minor league baseball, if you watch it, not the best cameras in the world. So just a forewarning if you can't tell where some of these balls land. Nonetheless, let's jump straight into the video today. If you guys like these videos, want me to keep doing these recaps, please give my video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you guys like, what you didn't like, if I should have included someone. Maybe I forgot about someone because, that's pretty easy to do when there's so many minor league teams to follow. Let me know in the comments if I forgot anybody. And last thing before we jump into the video, this is going to be top prospect oriented. It's mostly going to be top prospects. Again, I know everyone deserves some love. But me personally, and I know a lot of other people, mostly just care about top prospects in the minor leagues. Especially if you're in the sports card industry, top prospects are where the money's at. This is going to be mostly focused on top prospects every single week. Let's do this thing, starting with Lowe. First player this week, Hendricks, Cincinnati Reds. He was the 12th overall pick in this year's draft, their first rounder clearly. Out of high school, he's 19 years old. He had a really rough first week. Second week, bounces back through 5 games this week. He hits .429 with a .600 on-base percentage, 1,300 OPS. Has not yet to hit a home run, which I don't want to say is disappointing. Hendricks, I believe, has the most power in the draft class out of the high schoolers. But through 5 games, 0 home runs is not very concerning. But he had 4 doubles this week. On top of that, he walked 6 times. So really impressive week for Hendricks. Good to see because he's struggled week 1. Second player up, Gunnar Henderson, second-round draft pick for the Orioles in 2019. Gunnar Henderson's looking very good, especially this week. Absolutely killed the ball. Gunnar Henderson slashed a .435 batting average, .481 on base percentage, 1,200 OPS with a home run on top of 4 doubles. Looked really good. Anytime you have double-digit hits in 1 week, really impressive stuff. 10 hits in 5 games. Great week for Gunnar Henderson. Fourth player on the Lowe, Francisco Alvarez. New York Mets. I should have included him last week. I did not. So he's had 2 stellar weeks in a row now. This week, he only played 3 games, but he hit .500 with a .556 on base percentage, 1,000 OPS. He had 4 hits in 3 games and then a walk. So had to include him just because he's really hyped right now and he's one of the top performers in Lowe. Last Lowe player, Jordan Walker, first round pick for the Cardinals this year, 21st overall in the 2020 draft. He just continues the mash. I know that video doesn't show a whole lot, but that ball went 111 miles an hour and traveled 434 feet. That ball is absolutely destroyed. Another player who's been playing really good this full season so far. Through 5 games this week, he hit .450 with a .542 on base percentage, 1,300 OPS. He hit a home run. He hit a triple, which is impressive to me because he doesn't seem like a speedster. And then 2 more doubles on top of that. 9 hits in 5 games. Awesome week for Jordan Walker. Shows more power. Next, let's jump into High A. First player for High A, George Kirby, top pitching prospect for the Mariners. He's inside the top 100 as well. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts. Really impressive stuff from George Kirby. Didn't give up a single hit. Second player, Greg Jones. He was the first round draft pick for the Tampa Bay Rays back in 2019. This week was the first week he started playing, and he's off to an insane start. Check out this walk-off grand slam from last night. That ball was absolutely mashed. Love to see it. Walk-off fashion. Greg Jones is having a great week. This is his first week this year. He just started on the 12th. 3 games, .455 batting average, .571 on base percentage, almost a 1,600 OPS. He hit 2 home runs. He had 5 hits in 3 games. And on top of that, he walked 3 times, which is great to see. And he had 8 RBIs. Really awesome week for Greg Jones. Specifically because he just started. It was his first week. Good job. Next player up, Oswald Peraza. Honestly, he was the best performer in High A this week. Didn't include him last on the list because the next player is just way more hyped. But Oswald Peraza, he's the number 4 prospect for the Yankees. He did really great this week, like unbelievably good. 471 batting average, 526 on base percentage, almost a 1900 OPS. 5 of his 8 hits this week were home runs. He had 8 RBIs. He walked twice on top of that. Just absolutely had a phenomenal week. Here's one of his home runs. Just a really impressive week. That home run was also off Grayson Rodriguez, my favorite arm in the minor leagues. Really impressive stuff. Last player in high A, Julio Rodriguez. Get him out of high A as soon as possible. This dude needs to be in double A yesterday. The dude's mashing. Check out this home run. Julio Rodriguez is the future in Seattle. I think he's the best prospect they have. I think he's better than Jared Kelenic. I think he's an absolute MVP caliber player. I'm obsessed with J-Rod. He's a number 5 prospect in baseball. A lot of people love him. Seems like an awesome guy. Nonetheless, this week, 381, 480 on base percentage, 1600 OPS. He hit 4 home runs. On top of that, he had 3 doubles, 8 hits in 5 games, and he walked 4 times. Just unbelievable week for J-Rod. Let's move him up to double A, please. Please, please, please. Let's move into double A. We had some great performances this week. We got a couple pitching highlights really quick. I want to fly through Jake Eater, Miami Marlins. He's looking fantastic so far. Hasn't given up a run. This week he went 5 innings, 7 strikeouts. Looked fantastic. Again, that 0 ERA, gotta love it. Looks great so far. Next player, Alec Noah, top pitching prospect for the Blue Jays. One of my favorite arms in double A and in the minor leagues in general. Alec Noah, I think he's going to come up here pretty soon. At least he should. He's MLB ready. Again, 0 runs so far this year. This week, 6 innings, only gave up 1 hit, 5 strikeouts over 6 innings. Just looks phenomenal. And then DL Hall making the video, both week 1 and week 2. Looked phenomenal again this week. 5 innings, 2 hits, 9 strikeouts. So in 9 1/3 innings so far, he has 19 strikeouts. DL Hall is looking unhittable at double A. I will say double A was a little underwhelming, not crazy offensive numbers. Some good pitchers. So first player today, Jose Garcia, Cincinnati Reds. Top prospect for the Reds this week. Hit 333 with a 348 on base percentage, 1000 OPS. He hit 2 home runs. He had 7 hits in 5 games. Walked once on top of that. Just a good week for Jose Garcia. You know, he got brought up last year. Wasn't ready. I think he's going to be a good player for the Reds in the future. Second player I want to talk about in double A this week, Adley Rutschman. Had a great week this week. You look at his batting average, doesn't blow you out of proportion, but he did everything else phenomenally. Here's a home run. So Adley looked phenomenal this week. 286 batting average, 565 on base percentage, 1100 OPS. He hit that 1 home run. He had a double on top of that. He had 4 hits in 5 games, but 9 walks. Adley Rutschman knows how to take a pitch. Love to see it. He's looking pretty good at double A. He's getting on base a lot. Top performer this week in double A, Tristan Kassis. He's a star. He is gigantic. He's listed at 6'4", 252. He might be the biggest dude in the minor leagues. Absolutely kills this baseball. That ball went off the Budweiser sign. That ball was absolutely mashed. I wish there was a stat cast on it because that ball was one of the farthest hit balls I feel like I've seen in a long time. Literally explosion off the bat. Tristan Castis this week hit 455 with a 478 on base percentage of almost a 1400 OPS. He hit those 3 home runs, the double on top of that. He had 10 hits in 5 games and he walked once. So really good week for Tristan Castis. Love to see it. Top performer in double A, no doubt. Triple A. First player up this week is someone that a lot of people think is one of the most underrated prospects in baseball, Josh Lowe, Tampa Bay Rays, first rounder back in 2016. This week, Josh Lowe hit 462 with a 500 on base percentage, almost a 1600 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 6 hits in 3 games. Really impressive stuff out of Josh Lowe. Everyone loves Joe Adell. He had a great week. I'm sure he'll be back up with the Angels here soon. Struggled last year, they brought him up, but so far off to a good start. This week, Joe Adell just hit a bunch of home runs. 250 batting average, 348 on base percentage, almost 1100 OPS, but he hit 3 home runs, so I had to include him. He also walked 3 times on top of that. 5 hits in 5 games. You know, you'd like to see the batting average and the hits come a little bit more. But hey, 3 home runs, had to include him. He's a top prospect. He's going to be back up with the Angels soon enough. Had to include him. And check out this home run. That ball was mashed. Love seeing it. Love Joe Adell. Hopefully he can keep playing well. Showed his power this week. Tyler Freeman, Cleveland Indians, 2nd-round draft pick back in 2017. He's their number 2 prospect right now. Tyler Freeman just hits. He consistently hits this week. 435 batting average, 458 on base percentage, 980 OPS, 5 RBIs. He had 2 doubles, 10 hits in 5 games. Tyler Freeman just hits. I really hope we see him this year. I think he's a fantastic hitter. Really great week. Taylor Tramwell did get demoted down to AAA from Seattle when they brought up Jared Kelenic. But you know, he's not wasting his time. Check out what he did this week. There is video out there of his home run, but it's literally impossible to see. It's the worst quality I've ever seen in my life, so I don't have the video. But Taylor Tramwell's played 3 games. He's hitting .692 at the .733 on base percentage. Almost a 1900 OPS. He's hit 2 home runs in 3 games. He has 9 hits on top of that in 3 games. 2 walks. The dude's literally got on 11 out of his 15 at-bats. Like, he wants to come back to the major leagues extremely fast. Fantastic week. And the last player we're going to talk about this week, Jaren Duran, Boston Red Sox 7th rounder in 2018, but he has come on really strong in the past couple years. Jaren Duran's proven that he's a legitimate hitter, and he should be up on the team very soon. They need to bring him up. Check out this home run. Absolutely majestic shots from the Red Sox players this week. The man's hit it out of the stadium. What can you say? He is showing legitimate power. Love to see it. He was showing flashes of it, but people didn't really believe it. He's proven people wrong on that end of things, at least. 300 this week with a .417 on base percentage, almost a 1300 OPS, 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 6 hits in 5 games, and he walked 4 times. Fantastic week for Jaren Duran. And with that said, Jaren Duran's going to round out our minor league week 2 recap. That is it for today's video. Really awesome stuff from the minor leagues this week. Some majestic home runs, especially out of those Red Sox players. Oh my Lord. Tristan Castis' home run probably went like 800 feet. Jaren Duran's also went like 600 feet. So absolutely majestic home run. Some really good performers. Some top pitching prospects showing out. Really good stuff in week 2 from the minor leagues. Let me know in the comments what you think of the video. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments if I forgot anybody, as always. Again, there's so many players in the minor leagues. It's really hard to track everyone. I probably spent like an hour and a half researching this video today before I started recording. And that was on top of following everything this week. So if I did forget someone, please put them down in the comments so whoever's watching can also look down in the comments and see if there's anyone that they need to be watching too. But yeah, that's going to be it for week 2 recap. Week 3 will be next Sunday. Again, it's going to be an every Sunday thing moving forward. Super excited about it. I'll be back with a minor league Monday video tomorrow highlighting one specific player. But yeah, that's going to be it. You guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you for watching as always, and see ya.